Hello and welcome to Coaster Strike. My name is Tom, and in today's video I'm going to show you some useful tips to keep in mind when building Rival, Planet Coaster's version of the classic Bologor and Mabillard inverted coaster. These coasters can be found across the world in so many theme parks, there's likely to be one in your nearest park. The first B&M Invert was Batman the Ride at Six Flags Great America. One of the most iconic, however, is Nemesis, so the design that we build here is going to be based mostly off of that, which makes my first point. Base it off of something real. B&M are great at designing these coasters, and looking at elements and layouts for these rides can give you a great sense of what works well, and perhaps also spark ideas for themes and backstories. You may also notice that B&M inverts are heavily underground or in type theming. Having leg choppers for your guest will make it exciting. The next thing I recommend is raising the station a little. Lots of inverts have a small section of track leading down from the station to the chain lift, which I think creates a nice aesthetic from the ride. This track should be twisty and overbanked, not ridiculous, but enough for it to create some strong G-forces. The chain lift on inverts is often not too high, about 100 feet from top to bottom. This may follow the shape of a hill or come out from a ditch similar to Nemesis. Almost every single invert starts the same way. After the chain lift, left or right, there is a steep turn to the side followed by a vertical loop, so that's where we'll start. Of course, you can do differently if you want to, but that's just the classic. What comes next is where you can really make it your own. Nemesis intertwines between the terrain. Most rides have at least one or two inversions, usually in the form of a 0G roll, a Cobra roll, or even an Immelman loop. The rest of the layout can be snaky, cutting through the scenery with a few long drawn out turns in between. At the end of the ride, the train will have lost momentum and will be able to flow into an elevated brake run, going into the station slowly. When theming the ride, choose whether you want it to be diving through terrain or through scenery, and do so accordingly, wrapping the terrain around like this. As you pull it up, it will automatically shape around. Make sure disable collisions are off for this. When building the queue, be sure to keep it decently long and far away from the track, but close enough to hear the classic B&M track roar, as well as see the train rush past at a few speedy moments. So now, I hope you've enjoyed and found this tutorial helpful. I'd love to grow this series and possibly eventually do every coaster in the game. If you want to see that, then please go down and do all the boring YouTube stuff, like and subscribe for more content from our channel. Until then, enjoy the POV, and I'll see you all next time.